latest Data Protection Commission enforcement.
And in Las Vegas, police reportedly arrest a man in connection with the murder of rapper Tupac Shakur nearly 3 decades ago. We're live on Twitter, on Facebook, DSTV channel 279, all across the world on 3news.com.
The details this evening. The Ghana High Commission in London today witnessed a clash between anti-government and pro-government groups. Attempts by the anti-government group to picket at the UK High Commission in London over the current economic challenges in Ghana was scuttled by a pro-government group.
You guys knew about legislation that will go through.
The demand for good governance and accountability, spurred on by the hashtag Occupy Julobi protest, hit the City of London this morning all through the afternoon. Some Ghanaians based in the UK rallied support to picket at Ghana's High Commission in continuation of the 3-day protest witnessed back home. The attempt, however, to picket at the High Commission was scuttled when pro-government supporters gathered in front of the Commission to project what they believe is the government's outstanding stewardship.
If you guys knew about legislation that will go through this, you shouldn't be here. You should be in the parliament in Ghana telling your friends to stop stealing money and do other things.
The pro-government supporters would later, however, be identified as members of the governing New Patriotic Party in the UK. After the long stalemate, the hashtag Julobi protesters sought audience with the Ghana Commissioner to the UK, Papa Usankuma, but he will not give them a listening ear.
Your citizens are here to address you. You are literally leaving. You are leaving. You are leaving. Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Don't sit down. Sir, talk to us. Sir, we came to meet you. Sir, talk to us before you leave.
The protest, meanwhile, has continued on social media platforms as young people continue to demand more from government.
Let's stay a bit further on this. Some Ghanaians in the UK are accusing the Ghana High Commissioner to the UK, Papa Usankuma, of ignoring their protest and declining to receive their petition because the group did not send an email before today. Now, the member of the protesting group, Chelsea Ade, spoke with us after the protest.
Several Ghanaians showed up in front of the Ghanaian High Commission to protest the state of our nation, protest transportation crisis, health sector, galamsey, environment, unemployment, high cost of living, all these things. But then we were met by protesters who had already picketed before we got there. So these protesters had set up shop and were telling us that we were non-Ghanaian people. They were calling us Togolese, Somalian. They called us hired assassins and also asylum seekers who have been sent to destroy the image of the country. Upon interaction with some of them personally, individually, we found out that a few of them had no idea why they were there in the first place. And a few of them agreed with us when it came to understanding the hardships that Ghanaians were going through. A few of them said they were members of the MPP party. And what we are seeing is these are the tactics that the people who play party politics with when the lives of Ghanaians are at stake. The whole time we were picketed outside, we were anticipating that the High Commissioner would come out and speak to us, but he didn't. He knew we were coming. He was waiting for us, expecting us. But when we showed up, he didn't turn up because we did not send him an official email with our petition. So even though we physically had the petition, he wasn't going to turn up because we did not send him an email. And that even goes to counter why he's there as the High Commissioner. He's supposed to be serving the interest of all Ghanaians. So regardless of whether we have sent him an email or not, if we have come with the petition, we expected him to hear us, but rather he tried to sneak out of the commission. He wasn't responding to anything that we said whilst we were trying to get him to at least say something. He just left. He ignored our sentiments and our plea to present the petition.
They don't care about you. They don't care about you.
away from that protest in the UK, police in the northeast region have launched a manhunt for two brothers who attacked and killed the 60-year-old woman over witchcraft accusation. Ghana's parliament has passed a bill to make it a crime to accuse anyone of witchcraft, but the bill is yet to be assented to by the president to take effect. Now, let's take you through some of the things that have unfolded over the years when it comes to witchcraft killings, especially from 2020. If you recall, in July 2020, 90-year-old Ikiadente was killed at Kafaba in the northern region. That made a lot of headlines that year. And then in May 2023, 40-year-old Imoro Safura and Mba Cherefo were killed at Mion district, also in the northern region. And in August 2023, 60-year-old Konjit Dut killed at Nyunyo, Naswani district, northeast region. And for the final one, we have a 9-year-old whose name is Quinsta Boache. She was killed in Nkoranza in the Bono East region. Now, we're going to speak to Lamnatu Adam, Executive Director for Sunaba, a women's advocacy group, to tell us how this is really happening. Madam, good evening and thank you for joining us on News 360.
Good evening and thank you for having me.
Now, 3 months after the passage of the Criminal Offences Bill, the bill is yet to be assented to, and we just learned that a 60-year-old alleged witch has been killed. Do you know what is delaying the assenting of the bill into law?
Well, for the delay, it may be very difficult to tell, but considering how important this bill is, especially towards the protection of vulnerable groups, I think this is something that the president should have at least ascended his signature long ago. So I'm sure that with some few follow-ups, we're going to have that done. But I can't really tell why we still have this delay.
But would you say you are surprised that the euphoria, which, initially greeted the passage of the bill, has all of a sudden died down and we seem to be back to square one?
Well, it's quite sad that we've passed the bill, although we cannot say it should be actionable yet. But I think that should have, preempted people to know that now issues around witchcraft accusations cannot just go free like that. But I think that we cannot blame the communities entirely because we've passed the bill, but we still need a lot to do with the community. We still need to do some engagement. We still need to do a lot of sensitization about the human rights violations that are associated with witchcraft accusation. Because people think that once they have their belief, they have their way of their life, the way they deal with issues, it's okay. But I think that it's about time we let them see that your belief, your culture, should not interfere in the denial of somebody's right. And I think we need to still hold these further engagements with our traditional authorities because this is about practice change that we want to see. And our traditional authorities are the custodians of our culture. We need to have a positive rethink about the way we choose around witchcraft accusations.
Well, Madam Lamnatu, you did mention that we need to speak to traditional rulers and all that. Now, we're waiting for the president to assent to the bill. But while these needless killings and attacks are being, are happening because of supposed witches, what else can we do?
Well, I think we cannot relent on our effort. We still need to continue to talk about it. We need to still highlight the loss of life that are associated with this belief. And we need to call to action by duty bearers to hasten, the manner in which they address issues surrounding underserved populations. And so we cannot relent. We still need to continue the media engagement. We still need to do the sensitization, but above all, our law enforcement need to, put in more efforts.
Thank you very much for your time this evening. That was Lamnatu Adam. She is Executive Director at Sungtaba, which is an NGO in the Northern region.
Okay, let's stay a bit further on this, because the Commission on Human Rights and Administrative Justice, CHRAJ, has expressed discomfort over the president's delay in assenting to the anti-witchcraft bill months after Parliament passed it. Now, Commissioner of CHRAJ, Joseph Whittal, asserts that the delay in addressing the issue can exacerbate wrongdoing against victims and other vulnerable groups. Gresamo Ajiman has been speaking to him.
The Criminal Offences Amendment Bill 2022, approved by Parliament in July, aims to prohibit witch doctors and witch finders from practicing to safeguard individuals accused of witchcraft. The bill aims to criminalize the declaration, accusation, naming, or labeling of another person as a witch in Ghana. CHRAJ Commissioner Joseph Whittal asserts that the delay is not a positive signal.
The bigger problem of witchcraft accusation in the three northern regions, we've been able, with the support of the members of Parliament and other civil society groups, been able to at least get a bill that has been passed by Parliament, and we are putting pressure on the President to sign it into law, so that that bill will become the advocacy tool to drive down the practice that is affecting elderly women accused of being witches, and as a result, at the end of receiving violence against women.
He requested the president to swiftly sign the bill to legitimize the eradication of the human rights violation.
Any day that is delayed in the signing into law of this bill is a day that leads to the torture of elderly women. And as of last week, one more woman has been killed, like Ekwe Adente. So let me use the opportunity again to express our sincere discomfort with a delay signing of the bill by the president, and to encourage him to do so as soon as possible, because lives are at stake. That is very important.
In 2021, 3 members of Parliament introduced a private members' bill to amend the Criminal and Other Offences Act 1960 to prohibit the practice by any person as a witch doctor or witch finder. Grace Hamwa Ajiman, TV3 News, Accra.
And now conveners for the Occupy Bank of Ghana protest could proceed with their demonstration after an Accra High Court held that processes served by the police on respondents were incomplete and ineffective. Lord Iduasari sat through proceedings and reports.
Principal State Attorney George Tetesaki told the court that processes had been served on Dr. Keso Atoforsen, Bernard Mona, Rex Omar, and Masaudu Mohammed. But the court presided over by Justice Edward Chum observed that there was only proof of service for 3 out of the 4 respondents and hence was incomplete. The police were seeking an order from the court to get the organizers of the protest to clarify the route for the demonstration. But the court noted that no order could be given since the police had failed to serve processes on all the respondents and considered their service ineffective. The court adjourned proceedings to October 11 to enable the police to properly serve the respondents in the injunction suit. Lodi Dwasari, TV3 News, Accra.
Well, in a related development, the minority in Parliament says they will not be cowered into any attempt by the police to injunct the October 3 Occupy BOG demonstration again. Minority Chief Whip Kwame Abuja Governs says the police cannot be arbitrary in its dealings.
You notice that the minority and our partners in this demonstration have demonstrated faith with the laws of this country. Some people thought that we should have ignored the police and done the demonstration in time past, but we believe that we are one people. We needed, as members of Parliament, we needed to set an example. So we decided to leave that. And then since then, we have had further discussions with the police. And the police officially wrote to us confirming that Tuesday is the day they are ready to let us do the demonstration. And the route has been approved. But All of a sudden, we hear the police in bad faith attempting to resurrect an issue which does not exist.
And our graduate unemployment and economic hardships have led national service personnel to dread completing their year-long service despite limited allowances due to the uncertain future. In our Cost of Living series, my colleague George Quaining delves into the lives of national service personnel and their preparations for the global stage.
It's the final day of the 2022-2023 National Service year, and 30-year-old Emmanuel Kwarteng, a teaching assistant at a top Ghanaian university, has decided to continue his job search.
I dread this moment because the moment you started your NSS, you know that definitely there will be a time you will end it. You have to face it, and you have to be going around job hunting.
Commercial vehicles, popularly referred to as trotro, come in handy because they are cost-effective relative to ride-hailing vehicles and taxis. Prior to January 2023, personnel were on a 559 cedi allowance, which is currently in arrears due to the increment in allowances. He finds savings to be a nearly impossible task.
Savings, I don't remember the last time I saved. Because actually, the money itself, the income is not there. You can't save. Being honest, I have the account, but there is nothing in it.
Emmanuel manages the remaining portion of the allowance for food expenses.
I like it to go there because when you have it, at the end of the day, you just only need some water and you are fine. So, and then you go by also the formation, maybe 010 or 101. Popularly, I go with the 101 and I'm fine.
He's optimistic about finding a suitable job to alleviate the current financial strain. And like Emmanuel, Gideon Frimpong, a University of Ghana graduate, is not bothered about life's outcomes.
I'm just relaxed. I don't really worry about anything. So stepping into the world, well, it's just like a normal day to me.
He's pursuing life one step at a time, guided by the philosophy of crossing bridges when he reaches them.
Let's say I'm really scared because looking at the economy right now, there is no jobs available in the country yet. So it looks like I'm just going back to stay home.
25-year-old James Ampofo, a graduate of Accra Technical University, is concerned about his chances of being retained at his previous educational institution. He plans to continue browsing online recruitment sites and to hope strikes from numerous job applications, while also planning to travel abroad for greener opportunities.
I've submitted a lot of applications. I remember recently I think a beach resort at Tema. They were looking for an administrative assistant. I just applied. I think I did that this morning.
Group Executive of Human Resource of Newmont Ghana, Awokwe Sinsaki, expresses concern over the high demand for white-collar jobs in nearly occupied offices.
I feel badly about that, but I would like young people to explore other avenues because there aren't enough offices for all the white-collar people that want to be in offices.
The HR Practitioner of the Year emphasizes that leadership skills can be acquired from even lower skill requirement jobs.
Every experience to me is valuable. Every experience has something in it that is going to be beneficial in the long run. And I would encourage young people in particular, when you get to your 40s and 50s, you actually don't want to be in those kind of things. So do that while you're younger and learn then.
Over 180,000 personnel were posted for the 2022-2023 National Service year, but accurate retention data is difficult to obtain due to lack of response from companies. Some individuals are considering entrepreneurship, but the unconducive business environment and difficulty in assessing credit pose challenges. This raises questions about the government's inability to reduce business barriers and address graduate unemployment. George Quaining, TV3 News, Accra.
The realities that national service persons face is captured in there quite clearly. And we're going to be on this path of our cost of living series in our subsequent bulletins. But the Health Ministry is to seek cabinet approval for an emergency fund for modern equipment procurement for the Korle Bu Teaching Hospital renal unit, especially a Deputy Minister of Health, Alhaji Mahama Sainu, who made this known on the sidelines of an event in Accra, referred to the health emergency at the Korle Bu Teaching Hospital as potentially fatal if not addressed promptly.
2 out of 3 renal units providing dialysis services to chronic kidney disease patients have closed since May due to a shortage of active reagents. Outpatients cannot access services there.
These are supplies that we receive, we import into the country. So there are issues in the supply chain that actually is out of the control and purview of the hospital.
Management of the hospital subsequently increased fee charged for dialysis services by more than 100%, but has been compelled to reverse that decision. The Deputy Minister of Health, Alhaji Mahama Saini, stated that the imposition of the unapproved fees is under investigation.
Normally, because these agencies are autonomous a bit, they take up certain decisions before even the ministers are aware. So this one will have to investigate and find out what we do.
He noted that the sector ministry would seek cabinet approval for emergency funds to procure new dialysis equipment for the renal department due to challenges at the country's premier health facility.
This is an emergency issue. We'll move immediately to provide this machinery. If we don't even have money, we'll go to cabinet for emergency relief of funds for these machines to be supplied. Otherwise, a lot of people will die. When there's no dialysis, kidneys will kill all of us.
Efficient resolution of kidney conditions challenges at the Korle Bu Teaching Hospital can significantly prolong the lives of patients with complex kidney conditions.
Away from health, Newmont Ghana has received 7 awards at the 2023 HR Focus Conference and Awards. The Managing Director for Lene HR, James La, praised the industry players for their exceptional work in human resource practice.
The 11th HR Focus Conference and Awards attracted over 500 participants to discuss work-related issues and propose solutions. LEN HR Managing Director James Law emphasized the crucial role of human resource professionals in shaping organizations, emphasizing the event's importance.
Recognize the people in the HR profession who are doing the job the way it's to be done, which we call best practice, for others to learn. If they put good policies in place, how it will impact on the organization as a whole. This also serves as a platform to brand companies for corporate branding.
The Regional Vice President, Human Resource for Newmont Ghana, Awokwe Saki, was awarded the HR Practitioner of the Year. Newmont Ghana won 6 more awards, including the Best HR Management in Mining.
I feel proud. I'm very proud of the team. I'll always say it's the team that does the work. And I'm just there to make sure that I encourage them and I can provide the motivation, and they always make me proud. I cannot believe the amount of work that has been done in the last 2 years. And when we were compiling all the information to submit, it was amazing. In fact, we actually said that we should keep this record for new HR employees who come so they can see how far we've advanced over the last couple of years, because it's been a lot of work.
This year's edition was on the theme, The HR Mandate, Building Resilient People and Businesses.
It's live here on News 360. We're live on TV3 Ghana on Facebook, DSTV channel 279, all across the world on 3news.com. Before this quick break, we're back with the business news. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to demonstrate to you the superior properties of Flamingo paint. As compared to other paint brands on the market, we take equal quantities of Flamingo paint and this ordinary paint. We then dilute them with water. And now, let the test begin. The gentleman on the left is going to apply the ordinary paint, and the gentleman on my right will use the Flamingo Superior paint. As you can clearly see, Flamingo has the obvious better hiding. Furthermore, Flamingo has painted a much larger area. You know, 1 bucket of Flamingo paint is equal to several buckets of any other paint brand on the market. Flamingo paint is made with superior formulation to give superior durability, superior hiding, superior coverage. Flamingo paint, simply superior.
You dey sleep? That's Madina.
Sentuntum say when I'm out there, you may want
Efrema bema Daniel ba
Maunsa. Sentuntum amwabwasumuda Maunsa.
Thou shalt not slap. Having black mosquito quail. Pamon tontom na empum wisie bebre na ema wo mowa na ema wo nhwem na ehyiam.
Having insecticide spray hwam na sanso kumu a wotu ene omo wia nyina. Now having naphthalene balls and having perfumed insect repellent no kumu a wia na senja hwa wechiri.
Having black mosquito quail empum wisie bebre and say wo hwene so ehyiam kama kweno emubu na jumo size no don't shit to me no.
And a heaven spray, heaven naphthalene balls, ni perfumed insect repellent no. Kumwa mutu na wa nam from na senja shawwechi.
Heaven dear bakope. Heaven dear bakope. Heaven dear bakope. Heaven dear bakope.
FDA achi edrede krato yatum. Choose Sukasa for the highest quality, luxurious townhouses in East Lagoon Hills. 2, 3, and 4 bedroom in a gated community starting at $40,000 in Accra, Ghana. Sukasa, building on trust.
Hello, my friends. My name is Kel-Kids Toothpaste. Wow. I was made to be gentle on your gum, but protected. I will protect your teeth from cavity, make your teeth whiter, stronger, keep your mouth fresh all day. And best of all, I'm strawberry flavored. So put on a smile and try me.
That's amazing.
Just try me. That's my job.
If you say so, jump on my brush. Makes your teeth stronger, chicky whiter, chicky stronger. Yay! You did it!
I'm glad you like your new toothpaste. Don't forget to brush both day and night.
Kel-Kids, happy smile.
Whenever you fly to space or take your first step as baby, SoftCare always stays with you.
New SoftCare Space Series is rooted from space technology. Keeps you dry and comfortable for 12 hours long. Offers you the most effective protection during your space journey.
SoftCare. Protect your leap.
Are you tired of struggling with bad financial situations? At Quick Credit, we understand the difficulties that come with transitioning to a better one. That's why we're here to simplify the process for you. With loan facilities from 1,500 cedis upwards, all you have to do is call and we will take care of the rest. All you need is your national ID. No savings, no collateral, no susu, no deposits, and no account opening required. Quick Credit has you covered. Whether you're expanding a business, starting a new one, facing an emergency like school fees or funeral expenses, or even just in need of a salary loan. What are you waiting for? Call Quick Credit today. 0302 200 390 or 059 692 0833. We do not give loans via the internet. Quick Credit is regulated and licensed by the Bank of Ghana. Terms and conditions apply. Quick Credit. Lending made simple.
The business segment is brought to you by MTN, Pepsodent Charcoal and Pepsodent Herbal.
Welcome back to News 360. Michael Bodu has joined us in studio. Michael, how are you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
We hear that some business owners have been picked up because of data breaches.
Exactly. The Data Commission has embarked on another exercise following the earlier one that I did a few weeks ago.
Well, give us the details.
Thank you. Good evening. Welcome to the business segment here on News 360. My name is Michael Obodu, and straight into our top story as 5 more business operators have been picked up for non-compliance with the Data Protection Act 2012, Act 843. This, the Commission says, is an activity that has come to stay to have data controllers accountable to their data subjects.
Director of Regulatory and Compliance, Quentin Akroboto, led the targeted enforcement action. He said the 5 companies will be held accountable for their actions under strict provisions of the law.
We first of all went to Care Flight, Embassy Gardens, Morning Star School, Cap Farm, and finally Grace Homeopathic Clinic for non-compliance. What we expect from institutions is to bring their processing under the radar of the Data Protection Commission for supervision. So for some of the institutions, they haven't registered at all.
Quentin Akroboto also indicated that the Commission will stop at nothing to ensure compliance.
This exercise, as we have said, has come to stay. It will continue on a monthly basis, and institutions who are yet to register with the Commission should take note from this and quickly come and register with the Commission. Those institutions who have registered but their registration licenses have expired and they haven't renewed them should quickly come and renew them, because this exercise will expand its scope to cover registrations, renewals, and complaints that we receive from the public as far as processing of personal data is concerned.
The Data Protection Commission is an independent statutory body established under the Data Protection Act 2012, Act 843, to protect the privacy of the individual and personal data by regulating the processing of personal information.
The bad condition of the Accra-Tema motorway has had a significant negative impact on both commuters and the economy. Long hours in traffic, accidents, and stress have heavily impacted work productivity. In this special feature, 3 Businesses Shadrach Isufi takes a closer look at the economic impact of the long traveling hours on the motorway.
The Accra-Tema motorway is one of the busiest roads in Ghana, connecting the capital city of Accra to the port city of Tema. The motorway is in a state of despair, with potholes, uneven surfaces, and no markings. This has had a significant negative impact on both commuters and the economy. The condition is so bad that some drivers have to park their cars and help patch the once glorious express road.
Yeah, Uber drivers and boat drivers. Now, yeah, request about Tema and as a pram adorina.
We sometimes get requests to Pram and its environs, but the roads are so bad it affects our legs and waist. We resort to filling the potholes with the sand on the motorway.
The bad condition of the Accra-Tema motorway and its resultant heavy vehicular traffic has made commuting longer, stressful, and even more expensive.
We get to office late because of this very small stretch that's often blocked because of the nature of the road.
You waste a lot of fuel in traffic. You have to change your tires very often. Just about 2 weeks ago, I had to change my absorber.
The cost to businesses is even greater.
I'm taking a load of biscuit to Tamale, but I am stuck because the bad roads have affected my tires.
2 of my tires are spoilt, and it takes so long to reach your destination, all because of these bad roads.
This taxi rider could not help but pour out her frustrations.
How can the express road will be, they've been traveling outside. Had they been seeing things like this over there? It's not there like that. Look, I have to get a place around 9:30. What time is it now?
Economist Emmanuel Usu says deteriorating road infrastructure imposes financial burden on businesses. Significantly, hindering socio-economic development.
That, in the scheme of things, affects the way businesses, operate. You are likely to be also impacted by budgetary constraints. You are likely also to be impacted by the cost that you will face. And definitely, such a business will transfer that cost to the final consumer.
Shadrach Estrefi, 3 Business, Accra.
Sevako PPS, a prominent mining and industrial service provider in Ghana, has launched its 25th anniversary in Tema. The year-long celebration will include a number of programs and activities, including the company's lifelong mental health foundation.
We have a number of programs lined up. A key among them is our mental health program that we're going to launch in January. It's going to be a mental health foundation, and that is going to be a lifelong foundation that will live even beyond all of us here.
Sevako PPS, established in 1998, has become a leading supplier of industrial consumables and services to various sectors in West Africa, including mining and telecoms.
There are quite a lot of opportunities that the law now avails to the local entrepreneurs, and as a business will intend to set out into some manufacturing activities. We have identified few, and we are collaborating with other our partners externally to ensure that we create a manufacturing capacity for some of the mining consumables that will be required for the industry.
The board chair is optimistic about the company's future prospects for the next 25 years.
For the way forward, we're also trying to look at providing services because we concentrate too much on the product aspect of providing products to the mining companies. Now we want to provide technical services to them, and so because of that, we are building up a workshop in Kumasi, and we are hoping that by next year to be ready to be able to serve all the mining companies that are around that area.
Well, that'll be all for the business segment here on News 360. Our website, 3news.com, has more stories for you. My name is Michael Obudu. Thank you for watching. As always, please stay safe. Up next is sports.
Pepsodent introduces charcoal and lemon essence. The unique combination of natural essences whitens teeth naturally for you and family, because every smile matters. New Pepsodent Herbal. Introducing a unique combination of herbal extracts in an antibacterial toothpaste for strong teeth and healthy gums that protects your family and you. Every smile matters.
Wow, this place has changed, yo! Yo, Ajwa, look at you all grown up, yo!
Some things never change, like Gino's quality recipe that gives my food that rich color, unique natural taste every time.
Smells good, yo!
Hey, sister, we did what Ponsano and Casa, just like I remember.
Uncle Bo, hurry up and let's open the suitcase.
Ajua, chai, na me shrink quite far.
Best jollof I've ever eaten.
Wow, this is real jollof, mommy.
Gino dear, Emma Adriana de Ankasa.
Say Gino dear, fie. It's delicious, yeah.
This advert is FDA approved.
Betway is your gateway to a theme park full of gaming excitement. A whirlpool of wonder where your favorite games come to life. Where you can take to the skies with max payouts that reach into the millions. All in the palm of your hand. Visit betway.com.gh. Terms and conditions apply. Betway is regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. No under 18. Bet responsibly.
Master, I have told you to use Kojak quality oral care products like the Kojak Charcoal toothpaste for strong teeth. Give me the meat.
Sis, that guy. Ajay, my teeth. Sis, haven't you heard of Kojak P&F toothpaste and their mouthwash? Right after here, get one for yourself. It helps fight sensitive teeth just like you're experiencing. Hey, sis.
Yes. Do not joke with your teeth because it may worry you in the future. Over the past 30 years that we introduced Procode onto the market, that has no competitor. We have again introduced Kojak Oral Care onto the market with the same high quality standard like Kojak Charcoal toothpaste that makes your teeth whiter and stronger. Kojak regular fluoride toothpaste that makes your teeth stronger, fights against toothache, and lathers well, leaving your mouth with an improved fresh taste and breath. If you have a sensitive teeth when you take something cold or hot, yours is to go for Kojak P and Kojak F together with the mouthwash. Go for Kojak Oral Care products because Kojak dear, it be quality keke.
This advert is FDA approved.
Sports segment is brought to you by Bell Pack Tissues.
Wow. Kelvin Osuansa is here with the latest in sports. Bofakwa Tano.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Esweyi Pebre.
Esweyi.
You don't understand. It's the only river that overfloods its banks in the Hamatan season.
In the Hamatan season?
Yes, Esweyi Pebre. So that tells you how special they are.
Super. Let's get into what you have today.
Well, good evening. It's time for sports here on Better Life. My name is Kelvin Osuansa, and after 16 years away from Ghana's top flight, Bofakwa Tano have returned with a bang, earning 4 points from 2 matches. The Three Sports team takes a quick look at how they've been welcomed so far by the fans in Sunyani ahead of their game against Accra Hearts of Oak on Saturday.
Bofakwa has become the 5th Bono team in the Ghana Premier League, but is the only club in Sunyani. Their presence is expected to serve the greater good of one of the big football cities in Ghana.
The benefit will be far and more for almost every stakeholder in the region. And the transportation industry, the food and beverages, the hoteliers, or the hospitality industry, almost everybody will benefit from this. It showed when the supporters showed up in the game against RTU, packed to capacity, and more is expected when Accra Hearts of Oak comes to town in week 3 of the Ghana Premier League. They are so excited because Sunyani loves football and they would want to do more to ensure that Bofakwa sustains their status in the Ghana Premier League.
Bofakwa Tano beat Techiman 11 Wonders at the Accra Sports Stadium in their playoff match decider by 7-6 on penalties after it ended 1-0 in regulation time. While Frimpong Manso's side is ambitious and will have their side set on finishing as high as possible, their first objective will be to ensure they remain in the top flight.
So Stephen Frimpong also actually acknowledged in his post-match press conference that he will need to continue coaching the attack to get the goals for them. Without that, they are going to struggle. But on the evidence of 4 points in the opening 2 days suggests that they are difficult to break down and have focus in them. They are averaging a goal per game this season, and that is good for attack, an attack that is a little blunt at some point in time.
An absorbing and fiercely contested match only ramped up the electric atmosphere, just how this storied old club had waited for a moment like this in the top flight. This season may be challenging, but as their slogan says, Insua Yiri Pebre, the river that floods its banks in the dry season should reflect in them staying up.
Well, it should be a festival in Sunyani tomorrow as they host Accra Heart to Folk. Now, to become Chelsea, and they came back from behind to record a 1-0 draw against a high-flying Accra Lions side earlier today. Bernard Kessie and Meshach Efriye scored the goals. Here are the highlights.
Goes past Henny. He shoots on his left foot, and Accra Lions have the lead at the Golden City Park. Bernard Kessie puts Accra Lions ahead. It's 9 minutes approach to Amankona. Some good control. Amankona shoots, takes the deflection of Jima. Essiedu in the box. Here's a free air, and he grabs the equalizer for Chelsea. It's 60 minutes.
Now to some football in Africa, and head coach for Media Mercy, Evans Adote, has stated that he wants to keep a clean sheet against Horoya in the second preliminary round of the CAF Champions League. The Moving Yellows won 3-1 in the first leg at the Cape Coast Stadium.
A win tomorrow will prove why Media is representing Ghana, and a draw will automatically qualify my team to the next stage. So come tomorrow, I want to make sure I keep clean sheet, just to get the game make the game mere formality. That is my message to the Guineans.
Well, hopefully we see some progression now to England, and Tottenham Hotspur will be hoping to continue their fine form in the Premier League as they host Liverpool at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium on Saturday. Managers Jurgen Klopp and Ange Postecoglou have spoken ahead of that big clash.
I think they were all desperate for some. Kane left the club. Yeah, he's doing extremely well.
Like any kid, I had the posters up on my wall, and Liverpool was my team, and but you grow up and things change. I used to love Happy Days back there too, but I don't have posters of Fonzie on my wall either, so it's just the way life is.
Well, that'll be all for sports this evening here on News 360. My name is Kelvin Owusu, so there'll be more news and entertainment after this break.
Water is life. Water gives life. Water moves through nature in a never-ending cycle. Observe the beauty of water as it flows all around us, refreshing and restoring. Gaze in wonder at the stillness and beauty of nature. There's harmony in nature everywhere around. Water revitalizes the body and keeps you going strong. Water is life. Water gives life. Drink Awake Purified Drinking Water, one for life. So relax and unwind, and in the calmness of nature, find the rest you desire. For every bottle of Awake you buy, an amount to be donated to the National Cardiothoracic Center. This advert is FDA.
Mommy.
Michelle, fe.
Different era, better result. Time has changed and time has brought Kel Choco Toothpaste. Healthy gums, anti-cavity, fresher breath, and it whitens teeth. Kel Choco Toothpaste. Sankofa.
Yenchi. Kel Choco Toothpaste.
Happy smile.
This advert is FDA approved.
Make life beautiful. Embrace it with the all-new Ahofe from GTP. Life, style.
Every solution is the right one. Pick the right solution with Vodafone One Business, your all-in-one solutions package for all your business's communication needs. Call 050-777-9000 or email sme@vodafone.com today.
Entertainment news segment is brought to you by Awake Purified Drinking Water, GTP, Lifestyled, Vodafone, Further Together, and powered by 3 Entertainment.
Anita Kufu is here. In entertainment, Soke Safo's been talking.
Yeah, this morning he was on New Day. I don't know if you watched.
A bit.
It was quite heated. You know, he's trying to, or he is defending.
Soke Safo is always on, like, I'm not saying he's always on heat, but it's like he's always heated.
He's always, yeah, he's always heated.
In his arguments.
Yes. We understand that. All right, so my name is Anita Ekufuwan, the spokesperson for the government on creative arts. So Soke Safo says the government is committed to fulfilling its 2020 manifesto pledge to complete a theatre in Kumasi and construct new theatres in Takoradi and Tamale. Now, the renowned filmmaker, however, failed to share details on the stage of work of the theatres promised 4 years ago.
Build it.
So where are you at the moment? Are you at the foundation level? Are you now digging?
I have not checked as at this morning, but I know that they started it. If you go to Kumasi, they started it. They are building an amphitheatre there. We have Tamale, Accra, Kumasi, the Western region. Yes, Accra, one is coming up in Accra and one will go to Tamale.
Yeah, but if you cannot give us an update on
when you say
progress of work, then that's where it's a little problematic, because at least you should know where we've gotten to at this point.
Yes, we've started something and it's ongoing. We are building it.
Do you think that we have been honest and fair to ourselves within the creative industry with regards to some of these promises that were made?
We've not been able to fulfill everything there. There is no government under the sun that has been able to fulfill every manifesto promise. But at least, if I check the creative arts, we have done a lot.
Do you agree to that?
I don't agree.
Well, in April this year, the Deputy Minister for Tourism, Arts and Culture, Marco Kreku-Manteh, cut sword for the construction of a 1,000-seater amphitheatre in Kumasi. And Northern Region Bureau Chief William Evans Inkum visited the site and reports the project, which was expected to be ready for use in July 2023, is still at the foundation level.
This is just behind the administration block of the Center for National Culture, not within. So if you are looking for it within Culture Center, then you will not find it. We've been able to identify the site for the construction, and it is at the foundation level. In terms of what rate, that would be very difficult for me to actually put a rate to it because of the fact that I am not an expert. But then from where I stand, I can tell you that it should be around 10% thereabouts, because of the fact that they are still laying blocks at the foundation level.
And still on this issue, music producer and showbiz critic Wayo Ting wants work on the Kumasi Amphitheatre hastened and completed on time to help host entertainment events in the Ashanti region. He was speaking on New Day Morning Show this morning.
The MPP government said a lot of things that he was going to do. But this is where I say we're not being taken serious. When Honorable Kreku-Manteh went to Kumasi to cut sword for the project, he was emphatic about completion date. So it's not about what is in the progress, it's about what you've told me you're going to complete as a certain date for its use. If we have to be fair to ourselves, everything is centered around Accra. not because event organizers and musicians and all that can't go out there to do more, to kind of like spread their wing, but infrastructure has always been the problem of the creative arts industry. If it had been just anybody sitting as a deputy, it would have been no issue when things are promised and it's not being done. But Okreko has been through the system and knows our problem. Our problem has not been the fact that promises have been made and steps are being taken. But our problem is the fact that we need to see the completion of it to get it to use.
Okay. My name is Anita Ikuya Ekufu. Thanks for your time and have a great weekend.
Let's now take a look at what is happening on the international front.
Las Vegas police have reportedly arrested a man in connection with the murder of rapper Tupac Shakur nearly 3 decades ago. The hip-hop legend was shot 4 times in a drive-by shooting in Las Vegas in 1996. The identity of his killer is still a mystery. On Friday morning, Las Vegas police arrested a man over his death, according to the sources speaking to AP News Agency. Shakur was only 25 when he died. He died on September 13, 1996, a week after he was shot 4 times in his car while waiting at a red light. In a separate report, ABC News cited a senior law official who confirmed a suspect had been arrested in connection with the murder of Shakur and that charges would be announced soon.
It's very interesting how time cannot take away crime.
Absolutely.
You know, Tupac Shakur, 3 decades.
You know, and then they're still looking for his killers. I'm impressed.
Indeed, indeed. We hope that these killers are found eventually. But I want to say thank you so much for staying with us here on News 360. Join me at 10 p.m. for Ghana Tonight here on TV3. I am Alfred Akansi.
My name is Aisha Yakubu Halid. Have a good evening.
Remember to brush your teeth before you go to bed this evening and tomorrow morning when you wake up from bed with either Pepsodent Cavity Fighter, Pepsodent Charcoal, Pepsodent Herbal, or Pepsodent Triple Protection. Because with Pepsodent, every smile matters.
Pepsodent is aware that globally, 1 in 2 children suffer from cavities. That's why by giving her Pepsodent, you're not only protecting her teeth, but also helping her grow up and thrive at every stage of her life with a healthy and confident smile, so she can succeed and achieve all of her dreams. Because every smile matters.
Welcome to GTP Fashion Corner. GTP. Life, style.
Get ready and save big with the Melcom Payday promo happening this weekend. Enjoy a whopping 20% discount in any Melcom store nationwide. This promo is valid from Friday 29th September to Sunday 1st October 2023. It's the Melcom Payday promo. Terms and conditions apply. Melcom, where Ghana shop.